There's a turning point brewing in Foxborough today, and that's not an exaggeration. An opportunity has popped up inside the AFC East, one that could elevate our offense without breaking the bank. There's also a strong signal coming out of the training room that could shake up the secondary. On top of that, our rookie just got a message that separates raw talent from true leadership. And there's a bold decision in the receivers room that might ignite the spark we've been missing. Would you take a calculated risk now to cash in come December? You won't believe what we've got today. So sit down, drop a like, and let's dive in. If you look at the offense with a cold eye, there's a piece out there that can turn promising flashes into weekly consistency, and it might be just a phone call away inside the division. After reshaping the receiver room with a high-volume veteran, a special teams ace who can contribute outside, and an intriguing rookie, the fan base still feels the same. We need that profile who locks down third downs and commands respect in the red zone. The window to act is real, and it rarely stays open for long. Before naming names, here's the situation. A tall, physical wideout with outside route experience and a commitment to blocking, traits that fit perfectly with the heavier personnel groupings we've used with multiple tight ends. While Keyshawn Bout has led the snap count and Mac Hollins and our volume alpha split responsibilities, what's missing is a contested catch threat that expands the quarterback's confidence into tight windows. A target like that doesn't steal the WR1's role. It raises the room's floor and gives predictability to money downs. That's exactly why analysts have put a specific name on our radar. In a trade block big board published before week 3, the Jets wideout popped up as a clear candidate to be moved, with a projected price around a 2026 sixth-round pick. The context helps. He was a healthy scratch in week 1 and left week 2 without a catch. Signs of reduced usage in an offense leaning elsewhere. At his career peak in 2022, he posted 788 yards and 6 touchdowns next to an MVP quarterback. Across the next 2 seasons, he totaled 841 yards, reinforcing the idea of a shrinking role. In 2025, he opened inactive, and so far, the numbers have been modest. From a fit standpoint, it's hard to ignore. We're talking 6'5", 227, mastery on the boundary, the stamina to fight in the air, and the willingness to block on the perimeter. The exact profile that supercharges Demario Douglas inside, keeps our alpha's volume intact, and opens space for power and play action with conviction. On third and short, and in the red zone, a contested catch foundation changes the call, the read, and the courage. Financially, the case is manageable. He accepted a pay cut this offseason, which reduces immediate savings for the team trading him, but tends to lower the acquisition cost for the buyer. And the reports out of New York are clear. For a modest draft return, talks could move. For us who've already seen Bout's flashes and have a veteran leader in place, this isn't about panic. It's about opportunity. Bottom line, if the price stays low and the market doesn't heat up, this Jets target makes tactical and financial sense to give Drake Maye another outlet mid-season. It's a small wager for a piece that stabilizes third down packages and accelerates the offense's maturation curve. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. The buzz in Foxborough centers on a return that could completely change the defensive dynamic. After weeks of uncertainty, the young corner who stole the show as a rookie in 2023 has begun sending clear signs he's ready to leave the inactive list. It wasn't just a whisper. He posted a training photo on his story with the caption, "New week, new blessings." For a fan base starving for good news, that detail turned into premium fuel. Context matters. He suffered a hamstring injury during training camp and has been a limited participant since. In prep for Pittsburgh, he was even listed as questionable, only to be ruled out hours before kickoff. The absence is already felt because the secondary has been ranked 28th by Pro Football Focus, numbers that don't match this team's defensive tradition. Even if the loss to the Steelers hinged more on offensive errors and turnovers, the truth is that a date with Buffalo is closing in. And you know how it goes. Stopping Josh Allen and the Bills' receiver arsenal without a shutdown corner is almost mission impossible. The fan reaction has been telling. Social media is full of comeback soon messages and comparisons about his impact. It's like getting an elite reinforcement without spending a dime. One fan wrote in a forum, "That's not hyperbole. The kid already proved he can lock up in man, close angles, and transform calls. Without him, the system has leaned too heavily on broad zones and collective patches, prime territory for technical wideouts to find space." Mike Rabel, ever cautious with his words, said the decision is day to day, but it feels like his 2025 debut is close. Imagine the psychological swing. The offense already flashed explosion against Miami, and if the defense regains a coverage anchor, that missing balance might finally show up. In an AFC decided at the margins, every solid defensive snap is pure gold. The anticipation is such that many are projecting if he gets snaps versus Carolina to ramp up, he'll be at peak timing to face Buffalo. In the end, this isn't just about stats or rankings. It's about restoring identity to a unit that has always defined the Patriots. And the return of this young star could be the spark that relights the fire in Foxborough. But hold on, because what comes next is even more unbelievable. The rookie carrying Foxborough's hopes has already shown flashes of something special, but the the NFL doesn't forgive rushed decisions. Drake Maye completed nearly 76% of his throws against Pittsburgh, tossed 2 touchdowns and kept the team alive until the final snap. And yet in the details, the win slipped away. That's where a franchise quarterback is forged, through the sting of a failed 4th down, the read that could have been different, the what if that echoes after the presser. Mike Vrabel didn't mince words. He praised the mobility, the poise inside and outside the pocket, but made it clear some choices must mature. You don't have to win it all on one play, he essentially said. That's the essence of this league. Patience, repetition, learning. It also proves the staff believes in his raw talent. He's not viewed merely as a project, he's the present and the future, building his leadership week by week. The fan reaction captured the duality. Many celebrated the maturity of 28 completions, the confidence to extend plays, the ability to move the chains. Others, however, didn't hide frustration over the red zone interception and the final drive that died inches short of the sticks. That's the kind of mistake Brady would never make, one furious fan said post-game. Another shot back, living through these moments is exactly how Maye becomes the guy. That clash of narratives is actually perfect fuel for the rookie's growth. Maye's own words showed he sees where he must improve. He admitted he could have instructed his guys better, that he expected pressure and should have asked for a more direct route. That level of self-awareness, so rare in young quarterbacks, is a powerful sign. He doesn't dodge, doesn't blame teammates, and shoulders the responsibility. That's exactly the trait that separates fading prospects from era-defining leaders.
So the question now is, how far can the team rise around him?
If the offensive line protects better, if the receiver room adjusts, if the run game is at least reliable, the margin of error shrinks, and Maye's talent shines with less weight. If collective mistakes keep stacking up, every rookie slip will look bigger than it is. It's a dangerous tightrope, but also the perfect forge for champions. Here's the dilemma hanging in the air. Are we watching just a rookie with promising flashes, or the birth of a true franchise quarterback? The answer might be closer than it seems, because the next step depends not just on him but on Vrabel's courage and his teammates' execution. And while we're digesting that, get ready, because the next twist will leave a lot of people speechless. A loss that hurts more than the scoreboard. It wasn't Buffalo, it wasn't Kansas City, it was against a winnable opponent like Pittsburgh. And the way it happened exposed a problem that could bury the season before it even takes shape. 5 turnovers. 3 running back fumbles, questionable play calls. It was like gift wrapping the game. The result? 1-2 and a bitter feeling that the team is beating itself. The fan frustration was instant. You can't compete in the NFL if you hand the ball over, one angry supporter posted. He's not wrong. More than losing, the team let a swing game slip that could have put New England in a different confidence tier. Now, beyond the pressure to bounce back, Vrabel has to attack one specific issue: the receivers. When Maye had protection, separation was missing. The numbers don't lie. Against Pittsburgh, all wideouts combined for just 12 catches and 93 yards. That's not franchise level, it's the stat line of a lost team. Enter a name that could reignite hope: Efton Chisholm III. Yes, the undrafted rookie who earned buzz in camp, shined in the preseason, and then vanished from the rotation for the first 3 weeks. The decision to keep him inactive has sparked heavy questioning. What else does he need to prove, fans ask online. Hard to disagree. In college, he was a reception machine, averaging 10 a game. This summer, when given the chance, he flashed secure hands, burst after the catch, and instant chemistry, even with backup QBs. The potential impact is straightforward. Maye needs targets who separate fast. He needs players who turn short throws into big gains. He needs the confidence to rip it before pressure arrives. Chisholm offers that. He's already shown that he doesn't waste targets, and the cost of giving him a chance is 0. Would you lose keeping him out? What might you gain putting him in? Maybe the very spark to balance the offense. The comparison is brutal. Pop Douglas, who fills a similar role, had 13 targets in 3 games, turning them into just 5 grabs for 13 total yards. That's indefensible. Vrabel and McDaniels have the pieces in hand. Next up is Carolina, an opponent that lets you test adjustments without panic. This is the moment to be bold, to break inertia, to show the coaching staff can react to failures and find solutions within the roster. Because let's be honest, there's not much to lose and a whole lot to gain. If there's a time to give this rookie his golden chance, it's right now. Question is, will they have the courage to activate the kid? Or will they wait for more painful losses to realize the answer was right under their nose? Sometimes the difference between a lukewarm offense and a promising one is a simple act of trust. And if you think that was today's biggest twist, hold on, because the conclusion is about to tie everything together in a way that'll hit you When it's all said and done, it comes down to a choice: immediate action or another round of frustration. A physical target to unlock third downs, the return of our shutdown corner, the rookie's accelerated evolution, and activating an overlooked receiver can change the course of the season. But decisions without courage change nothing. Do you believe this staff will act against Carolina to set the stage for challenging Buffalo? I want your take in the comments. What would you do today? Drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Here we cheer. Hold folks accountable and break it all down like fans in the bleachers.